Over the past 2 years, under the leadership of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the country has seen an ideological shift in terms of how it has positioned itself in the world stage. But questions have been raised as a nation what core policies should be taken forward that would contribute to a unique Sri Lankan identity, an aspect that most developed countries enjoy as opposed to a volatile national policy that changes based on the government. Foreign policy. The current Sri Lankan government was quite clear in what their foreign policy measures would include. The Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor outlines that Sri Lanka's foreign policy would be friendly and non-aligned. This was depicted when, under the leadership of former Foreign Minister and current Education Minister Honorable Dinesh Gunawardena, worked to remove Sri Lanka from Resolution 30/1 in the UNHRC. Sri Lanka has stood in favour of a statement which was forwarded by China in relation to the human rights abuses conducted by the United Kingdom, a rare yet important foreign policy position. This has been ameliorated by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's recent powerful speech at the UN General Assembly, which spoke of the priority the country gives to the Buddhist heritage in Afghanistan.
I request the United Nations and the international community to ensure the protection of the Buddhist heritage of Afghanistan.
Sri Lanka's political policy continuity. The current government came to power with a massive mandate which empowered unique Sri Lankan-centric ideals, prior to which was a government that prioritized a revenge-centric approach as opposed to development. This revenge mindset was geared towards one family and in extension to one individual, the current Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. This form of thinking manifested in methods such as the discontinuation of the Port City project, which would have been an ideal supplementary initiative in a time the country needs foreign reserves. The project was suspended in 2015 by the Yahapalana government. This is specifically the kind of inconsistency that should be avoided in the future. This provides a stark contrast with the methodology through which the United States had treated Sri Lanka, which didn't make large changes even with presidents with diametrically opposing views such as Donald Trump and Joe Biden. The push for the creation of the Office of Missing Persons and the opposition to the Belt and Road Initiative have been consistent positions in the US foreign policy. Absurd human rights accusations leveled against Sri Lanka had also continued in both these tenures, which extended from former President Barack Obama's tenure.
But how do we get this across to the world? If world opinion has to change for Sri Lanka, is through some meaningful steps through which our highest level of engagement with the countries across at their leadership level must be pursued. More countries recognizing the top major players in the world scene, recognizing Sri Lanka or supportive of Sri Lanka will completely eliminate any adverse or negative effects that we are currently experiencing. What we termed as not the shotgun approach, but we had to go for the rifle shot approach in terms of targeted investors, few, but where their size matters.
Agricultural policy. The agricultural initiative to implement a